From the esplanade on the Cairns foreshore, one can look north to the mangroves and sandy promontory that is Ellie Point. This part of the coastal river, the local Irriganji and Yidinji people called Banabidagara, or place of bark canoe, which implied freshwater fishing. From the time of creation, the Bama, rainforest Aboriginal people, recall the Boolaroo religion law story water or dreaming for this area, when the heroic being Damari strode from the mouth of the river across to what is now Bessie Point. Shortly after coming ashore, Damari trod on a lawyer vine thorn and began to bleed. This area then became known as Bumbakingara, habitable place of the lawyer vine thorn. Overseen by Bundaganyara, Hill of the Crocodile, Damari decided to retrace his steps and return to the mouth of the river. Ganyara, the crocodile, smelt the blood and followed him and attempted to bite off Damari's leg, but he couldn't because he didn't have any teeth. Damari, being a daredevil, happy-go-lucky sort of fellow, laughed at Ganyara and went off and whittled some teeth from white mangrove. When Ganyara received this gift, he promptly turned round and bit off Damari's left leg, and from this Damari instructed Ganyara to go forth and hunt people, which explains why, given the opportunity, crocodiles eat people. The township of Cairns was officially established in the second week of October 1876, and a month later a correspondent from the Cooktown Courier wrote about how he and a small party
were searching for something like an hour in the neighbourhood of Casuarina Point before we could discover the narrow entrance of the river, which, by the by, is not a very easy matter even in broad daylight.
However, it did not stay hidden from the new settlers for long. In 1876, when Sub-Inspector Robert Johnson was exploring the district, he named it after the then Acting Commissioner of Police, Thomas Barron. The river became a major navigable traffic way for steamers and Chinese junks, transporting primary produce to the Cairns wharves for shipment down south. The Chinese had originally come from the Palmer River goldfields after 1876 and were predominantly from the Guangdong province in southern China. By 1891, they comprised 23% of the non-indigenous population. They grew sugarcane, corn, bananas, pineapples, citrus fruits, grenadillas, pawpaws and rice around Freshwater Valley and along the Barron River. Between 1890 and 1910, 10 to 20 junks plied the Barron River and Trinity Inlet, crewed by at least 50 Chinese. During the heavy floods of early May 1891, one of the banana junks, the Lai Moon, foundered at the mouth of the Barron River, just north of Ellie Point, and 8 Chinese drowned. Every year thereafter, in conjunction with the 1887 opening of the Litsung Gung Temple in Sack Street, on the 15th of July of the lunar calendar until 1941, the local Australian Chinese community held the Ba Lun Sui Yu Wu, or Barron River Memorial Festival, in remembrance of those who died and as an annual laying of ghosts and calming of waters. The ceremonies stretched out over 2 or 3 days, and the utmost hospitality was shown to strangers. The mouth of the Barron continued to debouche between Casuarina and Ellie Point up until 1939, when a severe storm and flood struck and caused the river to break through to the sea just south of Machan's Beach. The segment of former riverbed then silted up, and mangroves established themselves, so that today one would hardly know that the Barron River had previously emptied into Trinity Bay at this location, or that such rich stories are associated with it.